Hello, welcome to YAM TV. Today I'm here with Pastor Yinka from what church?
Joy House London.
Joy House London. And we're going to be hopefully working with Pastor Yinka in the future. So we just wanted to introduce you to this man. Pastor Joseph, who is our pastoral covering, has actually worked with Pastor Yinka extensively.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of great things.
Yeah.
I've spoken to him and I know he's doing a lot of work. And so we're just trying to tap into that work, see what we can do together. And also we want to hear today about some of the stuff you've been doing, some of the stuff that you're involved in, and actually your salvation story to begin with. How did you come to Christ?
Alright, so you want to start with that first? Let me just introduce, as you said, my name is Pastor Yinka, associate pastor in church called Joy House London, and my main responsibility is evangelism and community, which I'll talk about that later, and also I'll be my wife and a community called JET, J-O-G, you know what I mean, which is involved in evangelism, missions, mentoring, work, education and health, here in abroad, especially in Kenya. Yeah, so my salvation story, when you get to these salvation stories, there's a long version and there's a short version. Let me get to the short version. Basically, I'm a man from the ends, from the East End, because I'm at the East End of London. Grew up in Hackney, Canning Town, North Village and that. And, I came from a family that, had this kind of, I had that kind of wanted to strive towards coming to God, but we didn't quite have that kind of connection. So our family was not quite directly connected with salvation, as it were, in certain ways. And so I was brought up, having that kind of. The scripture it says that to the unknown God, you know what I'm saying? That it was like that to us. We knew that there was a God out there, but I didn't have a personal relationship with him. I know myself. You know what I mean? And so, as I was doing my doings, as usually a lot of young people do, we find ourselves in certain situations. And I found myself on kind of what I call wrong life, you know what I mean? And wasn't such a bad guy, you know what I mean? But then I was, just typical guy, a typical guy, sometimes scuffing on the streets, doing certain things I shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean? And so also I was relatively strict household. So, you know what I mean, very strict household. But what happened was that when I got to a certain age where the beats didn't hurt, you know what I mean, I used to try to tread a bit further, you know what I mean, and so, when I in the house I'll be smiling and all cool and yes and all that, but as soon as I leave the house, I used to have turn-ups, so I do my turn-ups, I put on my ballet shoes.
Early 90s.
Early 90s. Early 90s, ballet shoes, you know what I mean? And just go out, and just, I couldn't afford them chippy. So I used to go to bankrupt clothing company, get some baggies, just go down, just roll on the road. And I ended up just getting into certain troubles, getting into altercations, even getting stabbed, kind of like. And then, and so, but then during all this time, there was a bit of a tug, because as we had a crew of us, you know what I mean? The crew of us that were just road guys, just came from the same boarding school, but and we were just like catching Joe, you know what I'm saying? But some of us started getting born again. You know what I mean? Left right, a few strategic guys, and I'm sure you wouldn't mind me saying that. There's a few of them like Alton and all that. They used to kind of like talk to us about Christ. And them times, I used to wear a crucifix around my neck, so I thought, that is my Jews.
Protected.
That's my Jews. So I know about God. So to tell me I've been born again, right? All roads lead to God and that. So we used to give people mouth, you know what I mean? And so then praise God, we found ourselves in uni. You know what I mean? I found ourselves in university. And at that time, for some reason, at university, that's when I peaked. You know, that's when I started fighting people on the road, started getting very aggressive, you know what I mean? Started getting and I started also becoming more black militant, because prior to that, I had got into a few racial fights, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, you know, in Elton, you know, into those places where you working with, others, you know, so I used to get a lot of things that put a little bit of bitterness on me. But not only that, you know, I got into some altercations with even black guys, people my own race. And that's where I got juked in my back, you know what I mean? And so by the time I was at uni, man was very bitter, man was very angry, man was ready to kick up. I was a bit of like a ticking time bomb, you know what I mean? Because at that time, I kind of learned some ways about how to intimidate people. You know what I mean? I knew that everybody out there was afraid, but it's how much you could front. You know what I mean? So I started realizing, if I was able to front certain ways, I could win the fight halfway, 50% before I even raise my hands. And so that's where I was at. So by the time I was at uni, nobody could talk to anybody. I didn't want nobody to chat to anybody. You know what I mean? You know, but then there was a gentleman that I met at university, and there was a piece that he had upon himself, and that piece that he had upon himself was something that was I knew that it was not something that was natural. Yeah. You know what I mean? When we were going for our finals, you know, you guys would go for your finals and be panicking. It was peaceful, you know what I mean? And I used to just disturb this bro. I used to always trouble him. You know what I mean? We would go out raving. I tried to get him to go out raving. He was with Christians. I'll rough his hair, you know what I mean? That's all kinds of things. You know, he was always patient, lovely guy, I loved him. You know what I mean? But I always used to kind of like push his buttons and just rah! You know what I mean? And he loved it, you know, as well, because he loved me. We loved each other like that. And then as brothers. And so what happened then, you know what I mean? It came to a point where I was a crunch at my life. Now, by the time I got dropped on my back, I did this prayer and I said to God, God, if you're really out there, but just for the time I was like, to giving God, I knew God was calling me and giving it, I don't want to know. I said, God, if you're really out here, save me from this situation, and I'll serve you. But then I didn't. You know what I mean? I just went ahead. When I escaped, I just went ahead in my life. But it was still in the back of my mind. So at uni, I met this gentleman, and I knew. When I saw him, I said, I knew that, you know, with this what I've just said to God, I had to pay up my dues. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I knew that the peace was not there, and I knew that I was misled, and I knew in a way that I was back to the corner. So I went to service with this gentleman. Yeah, I heard about the love of God. And I went to the front, and then, you know, I was just filled with the light of God. There's nothing else I can explain it. The reason why I went to the front, because I didn't hear about God loving me before. All I heard was that I knew that I was ready to go to thunder. Yeah. And thunder judgment. You know what I mean? I knew that if I was to meet God, I'm done. I even had dreams of where I saw that I heard like God come in and all that. And when I had a dream, I'd jump out of the bed and say, God, please forgive me. Mm-hmm. But then after that, I was still going my thing. But then I knew that this was the time to pay up. So I did that. And then I got slain in the spirit, as it were. But then after that, you know what I mean, I still ran away because then I knew it was real. For some reason, I knew it was real. And I knew that if I committed, there was no going back. I said, nah, man. I did a Jonah. Fast forward a few years later, I'm abridging a lot of things. I'm trying to be as quick as possible. Yeah. And I found myself in the belly of the whale. In some bad relationships, some bad situations. And then that's when I met Pastor Martin, and I found myself, I'm originally from East London, I found myself in these ends. Yeah. And every time I find myself around, I see part of my pastor. And he would say, God is calling you, God is calling you. So I ended up giving my life to Christ Jesus in Stonebridge.
Yeah.
From that time onwards, after that, I went to start going all night, receive the baptism of the Holy Spirit, and all night prayer meeting. And then I got baptized in water. But the thing that happened that was the major thing is that when I started, all this happened was the major thing, but then what happened was that when I preached, we do evangelism, we started an evangelism team in the church. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to give my life to Christ is because I used to give people a hard time when they listen to me about Jesus. And so give them a hard time. But for some reason, when I heard people calling me, telling me about Christ, I knew I had the feeling in my heart. If I give my life to Christ, I knew I needed to give my life to Christ. If I give my life to Christ, I'm gonna have to start preaching the gospel, and I'm not gonna wanna go through the bad
always
times.
Running from something. All I'm hearing is running in this street.
I was running.
You got before you're saved, you're running. You got saved, you're running.
I was running all my life. Now I'm running for Jesus. I'm running the race, innit? And so, like, I thought to myself, you know what? If I commit my life to the Lord, I'm gonna have to preach to people, and people are gonna blast me like I've been blasting people. And so, like, then anyways. And so, like, anyway, the time came, and my pastor said we've got an evangelism team, and God said you have to go into this. Yeah. And then what happened was, I was given a megaphone one of these evangelism sessions, and I preached, and something just came upon me. And it's like since that time, I've been wildly preaching the gospel. I've been just telling people about Jesus left, right, and center, and just been like doing this thing on this journey. Yeah. And so it's point. There's some people that thought I was a madman. Yeah. The people that thought I was a madman even started joining me preaching the gospel on my team. And so that's what's happened up here, and that's what I've been doing since. Preaching the gospel and doing community intervention, and I'm sure the rest of that app will come as registered Christians pop up about what I do and stuff like that.
So is there a limit to how the church should be affecting the community? So how many ways should the church affect its community? For example, you've got churches on Church Road, and we know what Church Road is notorious for. How should churches be affecting their community? Is it just providing funerals and christenings and weddings? Like, what other ways can or should the church?
Your church should be able to pastor your community. You should be able to see your community as your parish. See your community as members of your church. So you should be able to sit with them, be with the community, love them. You know, be there with them. Even sometimes if they're blowing spliff in your face and you're chatting with them, be along. And that's what I say. I live my life. You saw me as I was walking down. I say hello to a few of the guys because I know them. I'm not, you know what I mean? I know them because I hang with them. You know, I don't compromise my faith. You know what I mean? But look at the example of Jesus.